guys, in today's video I'm going to be recreating some famous Instagram slime, and none of these are going to be the original recipes, but they're all going to be really famous slimes that you would have seen around Instagram, and I really hope that you enjoy it. The first slime we're going to be making is Barbie slime by Snoop Slimes, and this is actually super simple to make. All we're going to need is some clear glue, some gold pigment, and this one is from PURLEY, and I just use a tiny bit of this. You just want the slime to go a bit cloudy like this. You don't need it to be super gold, and then we're just going to add some food colouring, and I like to add quite a lot just because I like my Barbie slime to be super pink, but if you want it to be true to the actual colour, you need to add a tiny bit less than I do, and then you can just go in with your borax activator as usual, and when it comes out, you need to let it clear for 3 to 4 days because it will be super cloudy at first, but it should end up looking like this, and it is a bit darker than the original, but I really love it. Next up we have Strawberry Cream Cheese Slime by Glitter.Slimes, and this is one of my favourite slimes that I have at home, so I was so excited to recreate this. I just started off by adding my white PVA glue, followed by a tiny bit of shaving foam, 5 pumps of foaming hand wash, and also some food colouring. And the reason I've added so much is because we're going to be adding some white clays, and when you do this, obviously it's going to change the colour to be lighter. And you may also be wondering why I'm not adding any cornstarch considering this is a cream cheese, but I know that Nicolette doesn't like using cornstarch, so I don't think she'd use it in any of her slimes. Then you can go ahead and activate it, and I recommend leaving it a tiny bit sticky because when you add in the clays it's really going to harden it up, so you're probably going to need to add a bit of moisturiser if you activate your slime fully like I did. The next thing we're going to need is some Model Magic, and this is super tough, so we need to soften this up by adding some moisturiser and just massaging it in until it becomes a really smooth mixture like this, and then it's ready to add. And I don't recommend adding it all in at once because it's quite hard to mix in, so I recommend splitting it into 2 or 3 batches and then mixing it into your slime gradually. My mixture went a tiny bit hard, so to soften it up, I just went ahead and added some moisturiser, and then it became really flowy and thick, just like I intended it to be, and then I could add my next clay. And it's really important to add the second clay because I know that she definitely uses this because I've seen it on her staff account, and this is Daiso clay. I just added 1 cube because I don't know how much she adds, but I just thought that this was enough, and it made it really nice texture. It made it super soft and super sizzly, and I feel like this really made the slime. Last but not least, we have Butter Slime by Slime OG, and this is my favourite slime out of all the slimes I made today because it's super sizzly and it's just so easy to make. So we're going to need some white PVA glue, and then we're going to add a few pumps of foaming face wash. I added about 6. Then I added an equal amount of foaming hand wash, and then I added some shaving foam just to add a bit of fluff to the mixture. And I don't think you need as much as I added. I probably would have added a bit less if we made this again. When you're colouring the slime, make sure you add a tiny bit more yellow colour than you think you need because we're going to be adding the white Daiso clay, and when we do this, it's obviously going to lighten in the mixture. So I just mixed this all in, and as you can see it's quite a vibrant yellow colour. Once everything's mixed in, we can go ahead and activate it, and I just use my borax solution for this, and if you want you can leave this a bit sticky because like I said the clay does harden it a bit, and the clay we're going to be using is called Daiso clay. I remember when she first announced that this was the clay she was using to make butter slime, and literally it sold out everywhere, so I was so happy to get my hands on it finally, and I found that it made my product so creamy and also so spreadable. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.